Hey awesome people of the internet, today we're gonna do a new series, the Create series. We're gonna go vintage, we're gonna shoot some film, instant film. Let's roll the intro. But first, a little background check. You guys know I've been obsessed with Polaroids lately. And it all started when I reviewed this little guy, Onestep2, last year in October. There's the video somewhere. I've been taking pictures of pictures. Yeah, that's me. And finally I got in contact with the instant gods, Polaroid. So they shot me this box of film just to test it out and make some videos with it. That's exactly what we're gonna do today. So let's just open it up and see what it's all about. So what are we gonna test in the field? Well, it's pretty simple. I got myself the Onestep2, the 636 close-up, and the SX-70, like the real vintage ones. They're all loaded up with their film, the ITYPE, the 600 film, and the SX-70, of course. The idea is really simple, taking out all of the cameras, putting that on the same subject so we get everything the same, even the same settings for as much as you can get settings on these things. The results? Well, you can see for yourself. Really cool castle right behind us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a picture right here with all the three Polaroids. But we also needed to go to the beach to test these out. Let's go. Now the big question, what did we learn with all of this film? Now a few things came out of that and I didn't know what to expect, so what I'm gonna do is show you all of the images, the three types of film, each image side by side. First and for all, 600 film and ITYPE, they're actually the same chemicals that are being used inside of the images. With the ITYPE you don't have a battery and this one needs the battery inside of the film to function. However, that doesn't mean that the images will show up the same. So what I got from my test is I feel like the Onestep2 flash is a little bit brighter than the 636 close-up, which also results in a brighter picture or a darker background if you're using it really close up in a selfie. Now secondly, from these shots and from experience, I've noticed that the Onestep2 has a little bit of a broader range of focus. This all comes down to the camera, but selfies tend to come out better with the newer cameras. And of course, if you want to do something like this, don't forget to push the self timer button. It's a lot easier that way. You just push it, you hold it, takes a shot for you. You can thank me later. Also what I found is that there's a little bit of difference between the 600 or the ITYPE film and the SX-70, and mostly depends on the color itself. The colors on the SX-70 are a little bit more natural and the 600/ITYPE is a little bit more, well, dependent on temperature outside. So the colder you go, the greener the colors get, the warmer you go, the more magenta your image will look like. Going on to number 4, well, you know, the white marks, the white flashes, the white burns, whatever you want to call them, they do still appear on pictures. However, it's much less than it was used to when they launched the Onestep and when they launched the new film. In comparison to that, film's getting better a lot and a lot faster as well. Yeah, for the ones who notice, some of these pictures, they're not fully developed in the right corner, left corner, some of the corners. My roller showed a bit of residue after the shoot, so maybe that could be the problem. Also, I contacted Polaroid itself, asked them a few questions about all of these tests. Maybe one of the pots, like where the chemicals are inside, got crushed. It could be in camera or it could be in transit while it was coming outside. Stuff like that happens. Most likely it's because of these cameras that are pretty old already. However, for me, it looks pretty cool, so let me know what you think. So a little recap of all of the tests. What is the difference between the SX-70 film and the ITYPE/600? The colors of the 600 and the ITYPE are a little bit more vintage looky, while the SX-70 is a little bit more true to the color of, well, everyday pictures you take. They both look amazing, they both look insanely good, and I mean all of these images are just here to show that and prove that. In my opinion, the SX-70 has the most true colors. It's also the camera which has the most versatility in focus range, so you can actually focus yourself. As a photographer, this is my opinion the best type of film that you can shoot with, especially if you want to experiment. Now, if you're a newbie, I would go for the 600 film. You have a bunch of different frames that you can get. They're coming up with a lot of stuff, so if you want to just experiment and play with it, go for the 600. I'm totally in love with all of the camera stuff that Polaroid has come out with. So what's your main film to go to? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know from all of you, and also if you have some pictures to share, you can always tag me at #PolaroidQuest. I would say up to the next video in the Create series. Inspire, create, and all the good stuff that's behind that. Wait guys, I don't know if you know this, but I also got a new assistant who's helping me out with these shoots. Mrs. Odyssey for helping us with the shoots. Now, please leave a comment down below saying she's great. Okay guys, let's go to your location.